Yo guys, what's going on? Pokemon Fetish up here. Today, I've got a rather large bot cards by mail video for you guys to look over. So, let's get into it. Starting off, I actually bought 4 complete first edition sets, all of which were supposed to be mint. One of them turned out to not be quite so mint. The other ones were like near mint to mint mixtures with gem mint cards and other mint cards and stuff like that. Came in these really nice 9-pocket page binders, the spineless ones, of course. So, just to show you some of the conditions, like these cards all look really good as far as I'm concerned. That's an empty page. But anyways, we got 2, 4, and only, I don't have very many rares in this set at all. At least not for the Pokemon. So there's only 6 here. 2, 4, and 6. Stops down there at the Sneasel. So just to get a good idea of like the condition of a lot of the stuff that I'd purchased, it makes me tempted to grade some of the non-holos just because I know that these cards should be getting 10s and stuff like that. I paid a large premium for this set, I feel. I did get a little bit of money back because it did have print lines on a lot of the cards, so the seller was able to give me some money back for it, thankfully. If I like wanted to maybe break even or something like that, I feel like I would maybe have to break apart some of the set and, you know, grade some cards like these ones up here, Quilava, and just like the starters and all that stuff. Maybe like the Pikachu in the set, which we haven't came up to just yet. But there is definitely cards in here that are going to be iconic for some people, as for grading and stuff like that. Like that Onyx right there is a really awesome artwork. Pikachu, like I said, regardless, should always catch you, you know. You should always be able to make at least like a few bucks off of that. Put a few random cards down here, which is actually part of the set as well. You can see those. Very, very nice backs on all those cards. So I'm pretty pleased overall with like the conditions of the non-holos and stuff like that. I might have to grade myself some Totodiles for myself, man. Love Totodile. So here we're getting into a lot of like the rares and stuff. There's quite a few rares in the set. It's just that a lot of them are trainers, kind of like base set. Like should stop. It stops right here at the time capsule. So you got 6. So you got 8 non-holo rare trainer cards. Quite a few, and then only 6 Pokemon. So, of course, this being the base set of Neo Genesis, they do have the energy cards, and they tend to have a lot more trainers, and especially rares and stuff like that in the set. So, that being said, I'm going to jump right into this next binder here. Look and be amazed, guys. I bought a lot of really awesome card sets for sure. So, here's the Rocket set for y'all to check out. Pretty pleased I got a 10 of a Dark Charizard non-holo in my most previous return. So, that was pretty awesome, and just to get a feel like the condition for most of these. Definitely mint. Like I said, guys, I was pretty pleased with like the overall, like the conditions of the cards and everything. So that's good. Like I bought this Rocket set for $450 with all the holos stuff, which I'll get to later. But I feel like it was a pretty fair deal considering one of the very specific cards that should be grading a 10. Should be grading a 10. Like, I literally couldn't find a single thing wrong with it. So I'm pretty excited for it to be graded. So moving on to the other binder. I bought these all from the same seller, as you could kind of tell with the binders all being the same. Got ourselves a Gym Challenge set. Oh man. Which has a ton of great cards in it, like for the rares starting out there. The Ninetales. These are all rares. All the way to Sabrina's Golduck, bringing you a total of 11. Or wait, sorry. 10. Yeah. 7, 8, 9. Yeah, sorry. 10, not 11. My mistake. Man, my math is just crazy sometimes. This is an amazing card right here. Sabrina's Gengar. I've seen people pay out a fair price for that card as well. Because it's such a gorgeous, gorgeous card. Love this Ivysaur as well. Fantastic artwork on that card. Really cool looking Kakuna. The Beedrill is like evolving right out of it. Hatching from its cocoon. Have a feeling some of you guys are just gonna skip straight to the hollows, see what I got in store for all of you, but hopefully some of you guys are good and enjoy some of the non-hollow goodness, like that Ghastly right there, man. That's a freaking sweet artwork. Now we got all these rares. 3, got 6 right there. 9, 10, and there's 11 trainer rares in this set. My goodness. I don't see how it would be. I don't think it'd be possible to like pull the whole non-hollow set in one box. Seeing as how there's 21 rares. That's a lot. That's a ton of rares. Of course, you know, opening boxes, you do get duplicates, and that's pretty much a guaranteed thing every time. To only leave you with 24 packs to pull 21 rares. That's crazy. So, moving on, guys. I've actually got another rare set, but I'm not going to show you guys that. Maybe just a quick look. This is actually Neo Genesis, as you see the star down there. So this is actually another complete set. This one's probably not quite as good of condition as the one in the binder, but it is still mint. So pretty awesome. I actually bought this set here that I'm going to show. I paid a pretty fair price for it, considering it was supposed to be mint, but it wasn't as mint as stated. So instead of returning it, the guy gave me $150 off, bringing my total down to $350 for this set, which is not bad considering there is no gem mint hollows or anything special like that. But most of the cards are like near mint to mint, only due to like, you know, everybody's favorite, you know, print lines. So just to kind of give you a feel of what I've been finding on a lot of the cards. I looked them over and I wasn't too pleased with a lot of them, but as you can see there, you can see some actual scratches there. Those aren't just print lines. But there's print lines in some of the cards. There you go. You can see that going through there. Which, a lot of these print lines in here are pretty light. The guy kept trying to tell me that the set was mint, and he was pretty pissed when I told him otherwise. But yeah, of course, with Neo Genesis, this is why you're always going to tell me that my set is going to be mint that I'm purchasing. Because, of course, the back is like PSA 15. It's just crazy how amazing the conditions are on the backs of Neo Genesis cards. But you guys got to remember, the front matters just as much as the back, if not more, because these hollows get scratched to oblivion so easily, especially from the product print line. Man, they just get lines put right through them and they just turn out looking like crap, unfortunately. I mean, I've got cards that have been docked down to 7s just because of scratching in the hollow. So, and they are flawless 100% around except for the hollow. So it's terrible. Love this card. Would really like to get this in a 10, but I'm not going to spend $1,000 to get it. I should have bought it a long time ago when I had a couple of chances, but I've only ever seen it pop up a couple times, especially in the last few years, and it always sells for like $500+, so pretty crazy. This set actually that I did purchase wasn't complete either. It was missing 4 hollows, but for the price I paid for it, and then when he gave me the discount, there's no room to really complain, to be honest. Even if I decide to just resell it as a whole, you know, just a ungraded set. So some of the hollows here, some of the rocket hollows, not all of them were too great. This was by far the worst one that I did find. Of course, look at that freaking hollow on this card, man. It's just crazy. But you could look at it, and you could see all the scratches and all that other stuff. Like, there's a ton of scratches in this card. And there's also print lines, too, as you can see there. Man, I can't stop yawning. But anyways, that was the only card that I don't really feel worthy to, you know, it's not really worthy grading it. So, came up with a new idea. I know a lot of people already use these pull tabs and stuff like that on their cards so that they don't get damaged from PSA, pulling them out, putting thumbprints on their cards and stuff like that. But I've done something a little different. So I've actually color coordinated the cards by my standard of what grade I feel the cards should get. These pink ones being 9s and these blue ones being 10s. So you can see here, it's a pretty good centered card. If I recall, I didn't see any scratches on it. I do also put 9-5 cards that I consider like to be really, really close to a 10. I give those blues as well. So they might just have like a minuscule nick or like a couple faint hairline scratches or something in it. So I'm still sick, guys, so hence the long pauses and the coughing and yawning and all that fun stuff. So this Dark Blastoise unfortunately only looked like an 8. And this is why this rocket set was worth it to me. So we got this gorgeous Dark Charizard here. And I could not find a single thing wrong with this darn card, which is, I'm ecstatic, to be honest. I mean, can't wait for it to come back from PSA as a 10, but if they give it a 9, or if there's any damage on it that I could not find, and then it comes back with damage, I'm going to scream. This card is quite an expensive one, and it paid for the entire set if it comes back a 10. As you can see there, I mean, this card is just flawless. There's no damage underneath this tag. Promise. Moving on, we got a gorgeous Dark Dragonite. Love that card right there. Got Dark Doug Trio. Dark Golbat. Oh man, I keep getting a nasty glare from outside. It's got Dark Gyarados. Hypno. The Machamp. Good old Slowbro. Vileplume. Weezing. Here comes Team Rocket. The Sneak Attack. This energy card, man, I wish this would have been a 10 worthy card. That would have been nuts, considering how much they sell for just because of it being so difficult to grade. So you can see here, I got an orange tag on there. It kind of looks a little yellow on camera, but it is orange, I do promise you that. It's actually kind of funny that it's showing up looking like it just about matches the border of the card almost. But it's funny. But yeah, good old Rainbow Energy. That card had quite a few scratches in it, along with this Dark Raichu, unfortunately. Because we all know how expensive those cards can be in a set. Oh, man. What is wrong with me, other than the fact that I'm sick? So, anyways, guys, carrying on to some more of the good stuff. So this is one of those cards that's right in between a 9 and a 10 to me. Like, I couldn't really find any scratches in it. Like, 2 very, very, very faint scratches. Then all it really had on it that really concerned me was this little spot up here. You see it up here at the top of the card there. It's a little hard to see, but it's like a little thing of whiting. It's not really too bad looking, to be honest. But I feel like if it does get a 9, that's really the only thing holding it back. We got Blaine's Charizard, and it's got that blue tab up there again, which, again, means I feel like it's going to grade a 10. I could not spot any scratches in the holo on this gorgeous, gorgeous card. I paid a large premium, of course, for this set as well. But I am pretty happy with it. And it's a pretty solid looking card. I can't lie. Very, very pleased with it. The set was overall by far the best of the 3 sets. We got Erica's Venusaur as well. I could not spot a single thing wrong with this card. The front to back, just not even a single scratch. Good centering. It's just a great, great looking card. Then we got Giovanni's Gyarados, and it really sucks because I do know that quite a few of the cards were off-centered, and that's why I gave them 9s, and some of them were just so good looking to score 10s too, and that's what sucks. Like this Nidoking, I think this was one of them, or maybe I know one of those cards out of there. I mean, they're pretty good looking cards for sure. Got Koga's Beedrill. This one's definitely in between a 9 and 10. Mainly just because of the back. It's got that little spot up there. Other than that, the card looked really good. I think it had like a tiny, tiny hairline scratch in it. This one's definitely like 8.59. It's just, it does have some print lines going in it. You could see them down here, going horizontal. Got the Ditto, which this is also one of those cards that's a 9 because it's off-center. Got Raichu. Golduck, this one had print lines in it as well, which just goes to show you about the Persian and the Golduck as to why they tend to sell a bit higher than a lot of the cards in the set. Rocket's Mewtwo, I was sad about this one. It actually does have a print line going through it, so pretty sure that's going to come back a 9. This one is heavily off-center. God dang, man. Heavily off-center, though. I mean, you could tell that from the top border is looking pretty small compared to that chunkiness down at the bottom. Sabrina's Alakazam. I'm pretty happy that this one looks like a 10. I've never had a 10 of this card before, and well, I just really like Alakazam, so just can't really beat it. It's got a fantastic evolution line. It's just such a sweet looking Pokemon for sure. Alright. Moving on to the Neo Genesis. Just a few more holos for you. Pretty sure this is a 10, unless I missed some scratches because the holo is dark. This one is like in between a 9.5 and a 10 as well. Has a couple very, very faint print lines. Very small ones too. So let's pray for at least a couple 10s out of this set. That'd be nice. Freaking love Heracross. Such an awesome Pokemon. This card actually, I'll show you, but it looks really good. There's no scratches in it. It's got perfect centering, but when you look at the back, you can kind of see, it's actually kind of hard to even show on the camera. You see that right there? It looks a little worse in person than it does on the camera, but that's all that's wrong with it. It's just that spot of whiting that's back there. But other than that, I mean, the card looks really solid. Got Lugia here. It's in between an 8 and a 9. The centering's a little bit off, and there is some printing lines going through it. You can see some of them there. Man, Neo Genesis is just such a rough set to grade in 10. I don't understand why the heck there's got to be so many print lines in it, and finally this card set starts like demanding a decent premium for that, especially with that Slow King being as low as pop as it is. Good old Slow King. Look how beautiful this card is, and that swirly down there. Oh man. Possible 10 on Togetic as well. This would be a really super dope card to score a 10 on, because I mean, I wouldn't be complaining. I'd definitely sell it for sure, just because of how crazy expensive it is. That way I could buy a box or something and try my luck and just keep having fun on the channel, doing some nice things for the channel and for all the community, have some fun to watch. But I don't know, boxes are just, they're so expensive, so hard to find, and it's just not really worth it. The risk is just so high. It's definitely, I don't even think it's even rewarding unless you score a 10 on a card that, you know, I got a 5% chance of grading to 10 if you pull it. It's just crazy. But anyways, moving on to a few PSA 10s that I did purchase. I just got this in the mail yesterday, going into my Delta Species set. I am still missing the Latios, as I said in my PSA returns video that I just did. So pretty awesome. I picked this up for a pretty fair price too. I feel like $33, which is what he had it listed for after shipping. So I was pretty pleased to go ahead and just pay that, knock that card right out. Got the Flareon from Jungle and the Wigglytuff. So I'm only missing that Scyther. If anyone's got a Scyther, I'll pay them $40 for it. 45 with shipping maybe. It's the last rare that I need, and I did not pull one out of the box that I opened, so, or out of the packs, not the box. But anyways, I bought this Erika's Venusaur. I got this from PWCC. I feel like I paid a pretty fair price for it, even though I see the price on this card jumping up and down in between $175 and $250 all the time. But I've always loved this card, so I wound up buying one before, of course, I wound up finding out that I have a potential Gem Mint 10 copy ready to go. So this one might be for sale eventually. It's just a beautiful card. I love it so much. Got Koga. I mainly just bought these because they were, you know, even though they're trainers, they're still relatively cheap. And, you know, come on, it's first edition Wizards of the Coast cards and I like them. We got Sabrina Holo as well. Sabrina is the ultimate badass chick. She will ruin your day. We got the Seal. I bought this for like, I got these cards for a steal, to be honest. Like, any day you could get a Legendary Collection Reverse Holo for like under $35. You're making out like a bandit. So, this was on PWCC as well, so I'm incredibly amazed that I bought this card for under even under $40. So any day you could swoop up something like that, that's a steal, especially when one of them's a rare. I paid less than $40 for this card as well, and I know that it's just an Electrode, but if you're going after the set, well, you got to get it, don't you? So got that Electrode, and that's it. And look at, god dang, look at the freaking holo effect on that thing, man. It's just crazy. But anyways, guys, that's it for the video. I know it was a long one, but anyways, I hope you enjoyed, and peace.